How do you get to the end of your life and feel like you haven't wasted your life? So what do you do when a landslide of crap gets in the way of your dreams?
Most of us have dreams of being and doing something awesome, and it's never too late to live out those dreams. When I was really little, my grandparents lived in Las Vegas. My parents would carry us from our beds to that 64 Chevy Malibu, wrapped in our blankets and drive through the night. I think my grandparents wanted us to get there before the cheap breakfast menu changed. We would walk through the casino to get to the restaurant. I remember being dazzled by all the clinking of those $1 coins. Each table would have a stack of bingo cards and black crayons, and every time my grandpa would ask me to draw him a picture. I was good at drawing from a young age. The artistry side came from my mother, who was an oil painter. The ear and feel for music came from my father's side. When he was young, my grandfather was studying to be a cantor in synagogue. He had a great voice. My uncle could play and sing any Beatles song on guitar or piano. I learned how to play guitar just by watching my brother play. So naturally, my dream was to do one or the other. In my late 20s, I was in a serious rock band. We were poised to launch into space. Everything was clicking. We had great songs, amazing musicianship, and we were building a fan base fast. I was living my dream job. I didn't care about the money or any of that. I was in utter bliss. As fast as we rose was as fast as it ended. And for 14 years after that, I pursued being a career musician with no real results. I struggled. I gotta tell you, sometimes your dreams change and morph. Maybe being in a rock band was not necessarily good for us. I was married with kids at the time. Being a touring musician is not easy on families. The question is, can I go to my grave knowing that I didn't make it as a rock star? And I guess after analyzing it over the years, what I really loved about doing music was writing and creating and playing live. I didn't really care about the fame and money part. As far as playing and creating, I still have that. I'm not dead. Like the parable of the woman looking for her coin. When she finds her lost coin, she calls all her friends and neighbors and says, "Rejoice with me." Your dreams are that coin. You do everything you possibly can to dig, climb, seek, look, plan, and find. Get rid of everything that gets in the way. Remove whatever it takes. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. If you're young, sell everything and do everything you can to start that uphill climb, that journey. And if you're old, and this applies to the young as well, and you have had a lot of distractions from entering in, strip down your priorities to the bare minimum. Cut off useless relationships. Trim back your expenses, cut out and sell everything. Start to work on that dream at least once a week. Start small. In the 80s, rich people had those Super 8 cameras. For me, that was so out of reach. Not until the late 90s was camcorders accessible. My good friend Dave and I were making short films on one, as well as editing in analog. That really satiated my visual artistry. The desire to be an artist of some form or another has not dimmed for me my whole life. You could say it's the curse of the artist. But you say, life gets in the way of dreams. It has a way of making dreams go to shit. Believe me, I know.
Walk to a river I cannot swim across. Every time I leave that house.
There was a lady that worked in a hospice center and she wrote a book. And the 5 most said things when people were on their deathbed. The number one thing was not living a life true to themselves, having so many regrets about unfulfilled dreams. What do you regret at this exact moment?
Look just like my